that joint with me and Mr. Luck right here. R.I.P. Mr. Luck. Cop. Download. Support this jam right here, man. It's that shit, right? Hey, but that ain't really why I'm on here right now. So I was just riding and thinking, man, and I was just thinking about my past experiences with females, meeting females and dealing with females. So I had this one chick, right, that I went and met a while back, right? And she lived with her it was her mom and her aunt and a couple kids, right? She had one kid, I think, and the other 2 or 3 or whatever was her aunt kids. Was her aunts. And man, what about they stayed in a converted grocery store. So so the grocery store had been converted into an apartment, right? To like a little, I don't know if it was a duplex or I don't know what you would call that. What would you call that? A store home or storefront apartment. So that's what it was. She stayed in a storefront apartment, right? So man, the little kids looking at me and shit, looking all crazy and shit, and I'm looking around like how you do this? They shit had like some garage doors on the front, but it was an old store. It still had the shelves in that motherfucker. Still had some cans of corn on them and some tomato soup and shit on the shelves in that motherfucker, right? So I went in, so I'm looking around, I didn't feel threatened or nothing like how I would feel if I went over a young lady house in the hood, in the projects, or, on the side of town when I ain't got no business on or something like that back when I was living like that. So I didn't get that feeling, but I just got a feeling of out of placement, displacement, and lostness. Like, I'm like, man. So she's like, have a seat. So I look over, she's telling me to sit down. So it was something over there that appeared to be a couch, right? So I go to sit on the couch. She had the little flowery, paisley looking print material on it. So I went to sit down, man. Get what it was. Some bales of hay. Man, she had some bales of hay, right? Like 3 bales of hay in a row, just as long as a couch, with the material thrown over that, tucked in, with some more bales of hay stacked up on top of that, and braced up against the back wall. The back braced up against the wall to make it sit like a L, like a chair, like a couch, right? And had the material over there too. So man, so I'm just looking around, man. So I'm like, I reach over to the corner and pull the material over to make sure I'm feeling what I'm thinking that I'm feeling. Straw. It felt straws and shit. And you seen all the straw shit all on the floor and all on the thing. So I'm like, yeah, it's time for me to get the fuck up out of here, because next, what's gonna happen is if I start fooling with this girl, I'm gonna have to buy a damn couch. I'm about to buy them a damn couch, and I ain't finna be around that long. I'm trying to get me, and she trying to get her, and we trying to, move on to the next individual, because I was moving around then. I was sticking and moving, baby. I wasn't trying to be, sleeping on the hay couch. I wasn't trying to do it. But yo, man, I just thought I would share that with y'all, man. Listen, man. Then I had one to meet another one. I'm finna tell you this one more. Then I had another female I went and met her. Now I mean these females on dating sites just like when I first came home, right? So I drive an hour, man. Within my district, I drive an hour to meet this young lady, right? So I get to location. I get on location. She stayed in a duplex. I get on location. So she in that motherfucker looking looking all out the. So she said pull up at the garage doors, right? So it was a back-sided house duplex type of situation, and down at the bottom it was some garage doors, like you pull around the back for parking, and then the front was a front side, like the front of a house, but it was like a, you know, I think it was a duplex, I'm not sure. But she said pull down to the back garage door. So I pull around to the back garage door, so I see somebody peeping out the window, right? Man, what about she let that garage door up? So the garage door coming up, right? The garage door coming up slow, right? And I can see, you know, as the garage door coming up, I can see her, nigga, bitch. What about she and that motherfucker on a scooter now? She got one knee up on the scooter, one of them, you know, them scooters they give you now when you done hurt your leg or something. The leg that needs to be propped up or whatever, you put that knee up on that motherfucker, you scoot around with the other leg on that little scooter thingy. You slide on that, man, what about she was on one of them? And she had done catfish me because she was about 325 and trying to get all the way live with Shawty. She trying to get Pound Town. Hey, she trying to get Pound Town. Hey, her coochie, she said her coochie was pink and her booty hole was brown. But guess what? I wasn't trying to find out. So guess what I did? So I said, listen, man. I said, hey. So now I see all this after the garage door done let our way up. Now it's kind of cold outside. It's about this time of year, that particular year right there. I think they was like in maybe 20, you know, 20, 21, somewhere up in there. So the garage door up, and she sitting in the shadow, not in the shadows, but in the frame of the garage door on that scooter, smiling all big. She just thought she was finna get some of that super family meat. That's what she thought. She thought she was finna get some of this fam life meat, some of this old some of this old Chattanooga Shawty. No. I wasn't gonna do it, right? I'm out now. I can't just be doing anything, right? I did anything the first couple months I was home. Like, I ain't have no preference. Hey, the first couple months I was home, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. A lot of niggas ain't gonna keep it all the way 100. They gonna be talking about, man, I wouldn't do this, man, I wouldn't fuck that, I wouldn't do this. Nigga, that first couple months I was home, wasn't nobody safe. You know what I mean? Standards was all the way to the ground. A motherfucker dropped them drawers, right? Shit, I done been going to that back bathroom style all them damn years with the magazine tucked up under my shirt with the little MP4 machine they had got in there. Got the little MP4 players in there with that porn hub on it, with that porn on it. I'm paying a book. I'm paying a book and a half, 2 books for 30 minutes for the MP4 and a book of stamps for 30 minutes for the paper pussy, for the paper, for the Fiend magazines. If you know, you know. If you've been there, you know what I'm talking about, right? So, man, after doing that shit for 16 calendars, you know, when I came home, man, I couldn't shit. Beggars couldn't be choosers. I couldn't be choosers. Shit, you know, if they were going, I was going too. Let's do it. Let's get me. You get you. I get me. You get you. No hard feelings. Everybody happy. Your body spasmed up and locked up. My body spasmed up and locked up. Hey, man, see you on the next round if it be a next round. If it not, on my own to the next one, right? Man, so she's standing in that doorway, man, looking like an old Pillsbury dough girl. I couldn't do it, though. I couldn't do it, so guess how I got her, y'all? So I said, listen. I said, hey, I'm going to be right back. I think I left my bank card. I think I left my card in the gas pump, right? And I did stop at the gas station. She wanted some taffy. So I stopped and got her some taffy. She wanted some taffy. So I told her I left my damn bank card. I said, man, I'll be right back. I left my bank card in the gas pump. I'll be right back. Man, shit. Ain't nothing. I'm out of here. Ain't nothing shaking. I'm out of here. I didn't return. And I blocked her, and I ain't take her because she catfished me, and I wasn't on that right then. I wasn't on that type of mission no more. I had felt like I had done got all of that up out of me. So, yeah. But yeah, I just thought I'd share that with y'all, man. If anybody had any experiences like that, man, if you had a girl with a storefront apartment, there used to be a service station, grocery store, gas station, grocery store, front apartment, man, chime in, man. And if you ever went to meet somebody that you had been talking to online or on the phone but hadn't met in person until that one particular night, and they didn't, you didn't meet their standards, I want to hear both sides. I want to hear if you didn't meet their standards, if they was better than expected, and you wasn't, you was busted, and they felt like, they shook you. Or if you pulled up on old Pillsbury Dough girl like I did and you shook her. Now, I don't think I'm better than nobody. And I don't think I'm the sexiest, handsomest person. But at the end of the day, like, my standards had done came back at that point. My standards had done creeped back in. And like I said, once again, don't get me wrong, when I came home, I ain't had no standards. When I was in prison, I ain't had no standards. Right? Whoever I love, who loved me. So your ass getting knocked down. If you were trying to get knocked down, about that first 6 months I was home, I'm gonna say that first year. About that first year when I was home, if your ass going, if you're trying to get knocked down, I'm trying to knock you down. We trying to do what we gotta do. When I was in there, a couple COs jumped out there. Guess what I did? Nailed them to the cross, knocked them down, and had all the tobacco and all the chewing gum and blow pops and liquor and I had my way. I was doing me, and they ain't look like much of nothing. I had that one. She was looking pretty. She was looking decent up to par. But hell, I was in prison, so I had to get it how I live. So, and chime in on that too. If you did fair time or state time and you knocked you a CO and you had a CO holding you down, chime in, man. Let us hear about that. I want to hear about that because I had a ball. I had all the stamps, all the commissary, nice little piece of change on my book, buying Christmas from in there, and I would give me a hug and a kiss every day, and I was eating that street food, going to the microwave, with that chicken sandwich in there. I was still eating chicken and shit then, no beef or nothing, but I was eating chicken and fish and turkey. But I'll go over to the microwave, man, with that turkey sandwich in there from somewhere in the outside world, and that shit got a whole nother smell to it. You put that shit in the microwave, niggas coming from everywhere. What's that? Who's selling that? They thinking that somebody in the kitchen done sold it to me, but my gal done brought it to me. The CO girl, she done made sure I was good. And you got them steak fries with that real street seasoning on it. Oh, Lord have mercy, I was showing my ass. But hey, man, if you got any stories the way you had a gas station, supermarket, storefront, lady friend with apartment on, along those lines, or if you went to meet somebody and they didn't look like you thought they looked, and you pulled off on their ass, or you just didn't go through with the date, and if you had a jailhouse girlfriend that was a CO or a counselor or a nurse or somebody worked in sight. I know a couple niggas had done knocked the chopper lady off, had the lady at the chopper going. Boy, I told nigga, you going to hell, boy. Had one, lady was coming in doing stuff at the chopper for the inmates from the community. Man, nigga done pulled her. Had the lady doing all kind of shit against the Bible. Yeah, but I gotta go though. Love is love. Fam life is fam life. Happy Wednesday. Happy Thursday if you see this then. A happy weekend. A happy whatever. Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas. Happy birthday to me. Fam life. Faux life. Tell my stories on the internet life. Hope you chime in and tell yours to life.